Hey guys, so how's it going? So it's been a minute since my last video, and it's mostly because I've been obviously busy. And also it's been kind of difficult to come up with different things to talk about. I'm literally kind of been thinking on oh, should I cover this? Should I cover that? And not many people have been recommending anything for me to actually discuss on here. So it's not like I can just, go into something randomly if I'm not really feeling passionate about it. So I am going to cover a couple of topics in this video. The first is waves.
You come in waves.
Now, I did cover waves, what I thought about the video, kind of mini review during my live stream. And if you really want a more in-depth discussion on what I thought about it, and of course some of the feedback from other subscribers and stuff, then definitely check out the live stream that I did last week. You'll be able to find it easily because it has a thumbnail from the music video. So what did I think about Waves, the music video? First of all, people were really impatient about it, me included, because we did really want to see what she would come up with for the Waves video. And when we got Dancing with a Stranger first, we're like, oh, really? Okay, fine, give it to us, but we still want Waves. So, the one thing I do have to say about that is we really do need to be patient when it comes to our favorite artists, because we want it to be as good as it can be. And we want it to actually exceed our expectations. So if we want quality content, we have to wait for it. Rome wasn't built in a day. I mean, you can't do a big, huge project like that in 15 minutes or a day. We have to wait. It's unfortunately, that's just kind of how it works. And I know people are still very much so waiting for Normani's album to drop. A date has not been set yet. And I don't think that we will get one until her next single comes out. I found the video to be very aesthetically pleasing, just to say the least, honestly, because you really look at it and you watch the video, and to be honest, it's not like you can really say too much during the video. I mean, you can, but it's one of the reasons why I just decided not to do a reaction to it, because it's kind of one of those videos you have to sit there and really watch and kind of dissect. And when I was watching, I found myself kind of replaying certain parts so that I could really see what was going on, especially that one part where you see Normani in her face and she raises her arms up, her hands up, and then she splits her hands apart and her head splits open with it. A lot of people were kind of going crazy over that because it was one of the teaser clip. It was definitely something that was going to garner a lot of attention. It was going to spark some discussion, and what I really liked about it was it's kind of giving us an insight into her mind, which, I mean, from this video alone we can see that her thought process and the people that she works with definitely get her and are trying to get us to get her as well. So I'm definitely excited to see whatever else she comes up with for any future videos and stuff. I mean, it's great. The choreography was pretty much what I thought it was going to be. Very smooth and fluid, hello, waves in the ocean. Now we thought that she was going to be on the beach somewhere. I mean, she was on a beach, but homegirl was not on Earth. Okay, she was nowhere near planet Earth. Okay, her and Black, they were on some other planet or some moon or something. I was like, oh wow, okay, so we're doing this, we're interstellar now. But okay, so I was feeling it. I was really feeling this video, and definitely looking forward to some more stuff from Normani. I feel like the thing is with Normani, and there's some people out there who are always, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people out there who are going to be like, oh, she's not as great as people say that she is. I think she's overrated. I think the hype surrounding Normani, there's a lot of people who say that, the hype surrounding Normani is kind of over exaggerated, overstepped. And I don't really believe that to be true. because she actually does have a lot of talent, and I think that people ride for her so hard, especially like her diehard fans that have been with her since Fifth Harmony. I think that they really do try to support her as much as they can, and they really put a lot of effort into supporting her and pushing her out there and helping her music to flourish, because they know how mistreated she kind of was in Fifth Harmony, how much she was kind of overlooked. Now, she wasn't more overlooked than Ali, but I mean, hell, she still was overlooked, and a lot of times people would see her and not really give her a lot of credit because they said that she would have, like, quote unquote, the weakest vocals, and I'm just like, okay, all right, okay, y'all know how I feel already about the voices of Fifth Harmony, but we're not gonna go there. All in all, Normani is definitely a talent, and she definitely has what it takes to really catapult herself into worldwide success. And I am happy to be living in a time where, a woman like Normani, a chocolate-skinned black woman, can really, get up there and be successful as she is. I mean, there's not too many of them, but I'm glad that a lot of them are being recognized. I mean, look at artists like SZA and her, all right? They've been doing their thing, and they are of a particular complexion, particular, level of melanation. That's not even a word, I don't think. But you know what I mean. Like, a lot of times, women, of a particular complexion really are not looked at as being as marketable, especially by these stupid, music labels. They just don't really see just how influential a black woman can be, and I'm glad that they are putting all of their energy into supporting someone and putting someone out like Normani, because she has what it takes. She has the talent, she has the drive, she has the work ethic, and she is somebody who definitely is humbled enough to not think that she's too good to get better. You know what I mean? Like, she's always learning new things. Even when people like compare her to Beyonce and stuff, because people love to do that for some reason. Even when people do that, I mean, she's always like, oh, thank you so much, but I still have so much more to learn before I'm like even close to being on her level and stuff. Like, and people, had a lot to say about her, saying I am the next Normani. And I mean, you can't be upset about that, because like I've said in previous videos, it becomes very daunting. It becomes very, kind of irritating when people continue to compare you to somebody that you see as an idol, but don't want to live in their shadow. I mean, everybody wants to be seen as an individual. Nobody wants to be seen as somebody's understudy. And I feel like the way that they are pushing her out there to try and tell her that she's like Beyonce and try to compare the two, I feel like that it's going to be a problem later on, because it's just, after a while, you want to be seen as who you are, not for who you remind people of. When you are constantly compared to somebody else, it kind of dims your light. So let's not do that anymore, because Normani's light shines bright, and I don't want anybody trying to dim it and trying to inauthenticate whatever work she has been doing with her own music. That's just not right. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope everybody has a great day. Take care.